Tufting AI is the simplest platform to create live AI teammates for tough conversation. Your next sales call, your next job interview, or your conversation with manager. With few clicks, you can create an agent with avatar, human-like voice, rich tools that can pick up a phone call, jump on Google Meet, or can be embedded within your application. And these agents can help you get real front office work done. For example, they can cold call your customer for lead qualification. They can give product demos to your website visitor. They can help prepare your sales team with role plays for difficult sales conversation or provide live assistance during the call. Next, let me walk you through 4 core features of Tufting AI. The first feature I want to talk about is how you can create agents in our platform. And this is pretty simple. There are 2 main ways. One is that you could just remix the existing agent, and there are a library of agents here in the courses, in the scenario library. And once you remix, you can put your flavor. Both leads to our scenario editor. So the second way is that you directly define what you want to do. So you can pick either of the quick start prompt here or write your own prompt. So for example, I just copy pasted this, which is create a cold call scenario with some qualifying questions that this agent will ask and then rate the lead, whether they are hot or cold. Now, as you could see here, so we have an agent here to turn your prompt into the agent configuration on the right. Couple of quick things on the configuration that you should understand is AI instruction. So this is the system prompt which defines the role and behavior of the agent. There are a lot of quick prompt also that you could write. For example, if you're doing sales role play, then you might want your agent to behave like very resist certain change or temptation. So you can add this resistant prompt. Similarly, if the cascade, then you want some TT safe output rules and things like that. Then for every session, you define the rubric, which is how the session should be measured. For example, in the case of lead, whether it's hot and cold, things like that. There is model here. You could also clone your voice. What post-session multiple options are there, whether you want analysis, variable extraction, or whether you want to call certain endpoint basis that. We spend a lot of time on these 2 features, which is loved by our customers. One is memory. So that is if you enable it, then agent remembers across session what happened. And this is pretty helpful when you're creating a coach. There are a lot of tools here that agent could use to make the session engaging. For example, it can ask an MCQ question. It can use Google Slide. It can use a webcam snapshot. So through this, it can use the webcam to see you and give you feedback on your appearance. The agent could also use browser to do a product demo or agent desktop and features like that. We also have very one-click option for you to add live avatar from Anam Avatario, which is very engaging to users. And then you could add background noise. So let's say you are creating meditative or some sort of calm scenario, then you want those voice. And then you could integrate with your CRM and other where agent could call and take data. This could either be a custom function or through MCP server. When once you are happy, you hit create scenario. And that's creates your scenario, which is now ready to deploy. And this brings to my second feature. The easiest and simplest way to deploy is to just share the link, and you could make it like a one-time access or time-restricted access as well. The second option is that you can integrate this scenario in your LMS or blog or application to provide application native experience. So if I go in here, you would find the code, and these 4 lines of code will embed this in your application. You could choose the color, branding, and other. And then as you are doing this, you might also need sort of APIs. So for example, to get the session transcript and also that you could find all the reference that how to manage. We have a lot of customers who have built application on top of us. So completely white labeled experience can be created. So that's the second option of deployment, which is you embed. The third option, phone call. So let me just go to the same view, is that you can integrate and make our agent do a phone call. And once you do that, you can either do one call at a time, or you can upload a CSV and the agent goes sequentially like 5 calls or 10 calls at a time, depending on how much limit you have put in place and calls your numbers. You can also set up an incoming call where agent picks up and replies. And all of these is recorded, transcribed, analyzed, same as any other session. And one of the popular one for us is the meeting bot scenario, which is that our agent can join Google Meet and Zoom. So you just pick your Google Meet or Zoom and you add your Meet link and it will join that link. So let me show you. So I just put up the link and had dispatch, press enter and dispatch. Now I can also connect my calendar. In that case, the agent would join every recurring meeting. In that case, you just have to add this ID in case it's a private meeting.
Hello. Who is this?
Hi, this is Ajitesh. I'm calling to talk to you about a hiring solution. Is it a good time to chat?
Look, I'm in the middle of a few things. What's this about exactly?
Okay. So I'll pause it here, but that's another way to use and deploy our agent. Next, let me talk about our meeting assistant feature. So this feature provides real-time assistance or help during the meeting.
Thanks for joining today. I'm really excited to work through a product design case with you. We're going to dive into a fascinating scenario. Google's research team has developed a groundbreaking smell teleportation API. This technology captures smells in one location and recreates them in another. I'm interested in seeing how you design a product using this API. There's no single correct answer here. I want to understand your thinking process and how you approach the problem. Feel free to take it in whatever direction you think makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Let me ask a couple of clarifying questions here.
Absolutely. Go right ahead. What would you like to clarify?
So first is that could you tell me about like latency of this API or bandwidth, what it's like?
Great question. The smell teleportation API has about a 2 to 3 second latency globally, as long as there's an internet connection.
Okay. Is there any safety or regulatory thing that I should be aware of?
Yes, there are a few safety and regulatory factors to keep in mind. The technology is designed so it cannot capture or transmit harmful or toxic smells for safety reasons.
Finally, let me show you the experience of interacting with an agent, how using the tools it makes it really engaging.
Take a moment to visualize this. We've got Ryan, a sixth grader in your math class on fractions. He's tapping his pencil and humming softly. Other students are starting to glance over, clearly distracted. You're at the whiteboard, and you notice this happening. Let's consider how to respond. Here's a question to reflect on. What's your first instinct here? Here are 4 possible responses. Take your time, and let me know which option you feel fits your initial response. Whenever you're ready, let me know which option you'd choose. Interesting choice, pausing the whole lesson to address the class. Let's unpack that a bit. What made you lean toward addressing the whole class rather than just Ryan individually? Hello? Who is this?
Hi, Alexis. This is Ajitesh. I am founder of Pensive. It's a AI sales coaching platform, and we help companies improve the sales outcome. Do you have 5 minutes to unpack that?
All right, go ahead.
So we have worked with multiple customer in of similar sizes, and we have found that if you provide role play solution where they could practice the tough conversation before it really happens, that improves the outcome in on the real job. In some of the cases, we have seen 26 to 40% jump in 30-day close rate when this kind of solution is deployed.
Wait, hold on. How exactly does that team?
Right. So this will improve the outcome for your on new sales onboarding. That could be one of the first places you could apply. And second could be as you introduce new product and feature, this could help in the training.